There is an old adage that before you cut a tree, think twice. At times, there are so many things in life that we make decisions in haste, and some of those decisions bring us into trouble with so many things. We make decisions in haste, and this brings us problem. I want you to look at that. That is a picture, and a picture tells a lot. Decisions made in anger. What lessons can you learn from that? The dog is jumping to catch the bird. Equally in our lives, we make hasty decisions. We make decisions in anger. For the actions we have no control. At least there, the dog does not have a choice. The dog is going to fall out of the cliff and get damaged. It gives us a time to evaluate our lives clearly, that at times things we cherish most, some things which we really don't understand, that our anger will bring us into. There was a story of a man who had a very good avocado tree. This tree, the man used to enjoy the fruits. No, the fruits from this tree was so delicious that in most cases he would get a lot from this avocado tree. So there was a neighbor who used to enjoy, because of this tree, it used to put a canopy which would go up to the neighbor's side. But remember, this one he was actually getting all the avocado in this tree. But then, because the neighbor could use it, he had put some chairs where he would be able to sit down and enjoy the shade. This neighbor got jealous that the man is enjoying a shade from his tree, and to cut that one, so he decided to cut the tree down. Little did he know that he's not going to get the avocados. Out of this anger, he's now not going to get the avocados. Why do we say this? Sometimes there are things we do in anger which get us into problem. Now he cut the avocado tree. Now he's missing his avocados. At times, in this case, we find like you become so egocentric that you forget. He lost the precious avocados he was getting from the tree, because the tree was getting good avocados, but out of that anger, he has now missed that he's not going to get that. So whatever you do, anything, and this one applies to the daily life, that some of the decisions we make, even when we are driving on the road, even in where we live, even the word you say. Remember, the words you release from your mouth is a poison that is like a poisonous arrow which you cannot take back. So in that regard, it is always good to think twice before you act. It doesn't matter what happens to you. You don't have control of what happens to you, but you always have one big responsibility: how you respond to that situation. So to control anger, I've seen even people who call themselves anger experts fall in that. You have seen moral cops. There are some of the people who say that they know they can talk about this anger. Sometimes you have to learn, like from that same picture, if you can see how it portrays, how many times you have a person has lost his temper and injured his reputation, he has lost a job, he has lost credibility because of that. There are things you will lose that you cannot get back. A story was told of a woman who had a faithful dog. A dog was so nice that he could leave the dog taking care of her child. Imagine how faithful that dog was. Could sleep with the child and he could go somewhere else and comes back. One day he came back and got a scenario and found that there was fight, and he found the dog licking blood. The dog had blood on him and was licking his mouth as though he had just finished a delicious meal. Out of hunger, he went and got this pistol. He said, "Oh, this my faithful dog has finally eaten my child," and shot the dog. Only when he's looking for the remains of the dog and found that the child was wrapped under the bed, and beside there was a carcass of a charcoal. It was a charcoal which came to eat the baby, but the dog fought the charcoal and killed the charcoal. So next time, before you act, it's good to think twice. Think twice before you cut a tree, before you